So we've kind of partially covered this, but can a Qurbani be offered on behalf of others? And I'm going to add it here. For example, the deceased.
So on behalf of others, you are allowed to do, it's an issue known as إيصال الثواب, إيصال الثواب, or also known as إهداء الثواب, gifting the reward for a deed. There's some scholars who say, actually, why would you, should you gift a deed that you do on behalf of anyone else? Is that something which is known from, the companions or the like? And they say it's not, and therefore it should not be done. And they moreover go on to state that the Quran says, وَأَلَّيْسَ لِلْإِنسَانِ إِلَّا مَا سَعَى, that no person will have except that which they themselves have striven for. And they mention the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ where he says, إِذَا مَاتَ ابْنُ آدَمْ انْقَطَعَ عَنْهُ عَمْلُهُ إِلَّا مِنْ ثَلَثٍ من صدقة جارية أو علم ينتفع به أو والد صالح يدعو له. That when a person passes away, all their deeds are severed from them except for three things. A sadaqatun jariyah, an ongoing charity, a school that you set up, or an orphanage, or some sort of, some sort of good deed, even the planting of a tree from which others, eat and benefit, etc. Or knowledge which benefits others, or a righteous child that will make dua for you. So it's as if all of the ongoing charities and sources of reward have been restricted or limited to these three things. On the flip side, you find that actually what turns out to be the majority of opinion from the four schools, as is mentioned by scholars such as Ibn Qudama, it's one of the two opinions attributed to the Hanbali jurist Ibn Taymiyyah as well. But basically it says that no, you can do, and some even said there's merit in doing so. We're talking about general good deeds as a matter of course. And they say that yes, the hadith mentions three, but there are other things which we know we can do for the dead. For example, you can do hajj on behalf of someone who's passed away, who intended to perform the hajj and was unable to perform the hajj before they passed away. You can do that, even though it's not mentioned within the three. So it's not exhaustive, the list of three things. And they say you can therefore gift the thawab or include others within it. And they mentioned the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, that of course you have one hadith about the Prophet ﷺ on hajj, where he did it on behalf of himself and upon behalf of his ummah. Okay, again, leaving the precedent of that happening, they argue. And the hadith in Abu Dawud and elsewhere in the Sunan, or some of the Sunan books, it's mentioned specifically outside the hajj, but in the udhiyah, in the Qurbani. This is something that the Prophet ﷺ is said to have done. He said on behalf of himself and his family and his community of followers, i.e. past his time as well, it's been covered. So in that again lies a precedent, it's said that by the Prophet ﷺ for that. And so basically out of the four schools of thought, this is a position of the Hanafis, is one of their opinions, on the Malikiyah and the Hanbalis. The Shafi'is say it's not permissible for one to do so unless specifically they had made a wasiyah, which means a bequest instructing that be done from their money or the like. Then it could be done. But otherwise, it shouldn't be done according to the Shafi'is. The other schools either allow it, prescribe it, or tolerate it.
Yeah, okay.